Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris, the High Guy Jacobs, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Archipelago rating and match ranking for this AR. We are currently ranked 323rd overall, and in this map we ended up in G12. Pardon me. Now, at first glance, it's going to be a 5 alliance matchup for each one. We do have Tough, we've got HOTS, we've got VGRB. We've got a couple of decent alliances so far, but the rest we're going to take a deep dive into and take a look at. We've also got FCKD in there as well. So this could be a really good IR for, or an AR for us. We'll see. Let's go into each region and see what we're looking at. First and foremost, let's take a look at what we're looking out of Azure. We'll go around the clock. So Azure, Gold, Crimson, and then followed by us. So if we're looking at Azure first, we're going to take a look at CTA coming out of region 163, being led by someone I have no clue how to pronounce their name, and every other person on their list I have no clue how to pronounce their name. But if we're looking at what they're bringing, 138 with only 35 million kills. We've got 199 with a low 106 million kills, even though they do have some white parts on their backpack. Everything else is pretty Christmassy. Looks like they're a range main coming out of here. Little bit extra added to the bottom parts here. These could have been gold had they not dumped in here, probably. Who knows? But 199 with 106. We'll see how that brings in the field. We've got a 198 with 465, no white parts, but a little bit more balanced, so likes to fight. However, and a quarter of those are tier 6. Okay, so this could be a good fight nonetheless. I'm expecting them to have a decent Rubina, and obviously they look to be into that rider category as well. 179, 142, got one red part on their bag, that's not bad. 173, they only have one above 200 here, with decent kills, but fairly balanced. Leaning a little bit more to the rider side of things, but fairly balanced. 202, 184, one white part on the backpack. All that investment into the backpack, so that's going to be another range main probably. Let's see, 184, we're dropping down pretty quickly. You got helpers in R2. And then looks like extras and farms in R1. All right. So that's coming out of CTA out of 163. Next, we've got Gods of Chaos coming out of 175. Led by Zen 1. 142 with only 2 million kills. That's a farming account if I've ever seen one. Sensei is coming in. Fairly balanced, fairly even. 210 with 161, 206 with 162, Christmas Lighty, 183, 97, very balanced. Oi. I'm a little concerned here. Everybody they have in rank 1 here, but they do have a 339. Let's see what they're bringing in here. White parts. Gods of Chaos, 339, white parts, but low kills. He's going to be pretty fluffy, I think, by comparison at 339. 229, no white parts. Very balanced. He's going to be pretty fluffy too, I think. 225. Balanced, but she's got the heli. More into her backpack. I mean, she'll probably hit, but not as hard as what 225 should. Like, Chad will rip through her for sure. I can almost guarantee that. And Chad's at 220, right? 217, I think, million. So they've got some might, but I don't know if they're going to be able to do much with it. We'll see. Gods of Chaos coming out of 175. Next, we've got Q250 out of Region 250. Again, with a whole bunch of names I can't pronounce. Mutz, 220. Let's see what he's bringing. Low kills. Rider main. It's interesting to see all these low kills. Low kill big accounts. Low kills big accounts. Close to that 1-to-1. Very nice. But balanced, only purples. A little bit into the infantry side of things. 192, 182. Again into the infantry side of things. It's good to see the golds. That's good. Monster. Have I seen this monster before? No. This isn't the same one. 131 is what they're bringing out of the R4 team. Let's see what they have here. 202. Whoa, that's a farmer. Sorry. Sorry to tell you, but that's a farming account right there. It's probably free to play as well. 152. Yeah. Doesn't fight much. Upside down question mark, right side up question mark something. 161. Hmm, 113. Not much coming out of Q250. Now we look at HOTS. We're looking at Hell Riders. These guys are bringing something good. I've talked to these guys before. Yeah, we've got Orion Prime, 178 with 452 kills. That's an infantry main right there. If you've ever seen one. That's just like me almost. That's kind of just like me. I just have a couple of reds. Yeah. Very cool, Orion Prime. Cabsy, I know. Cabsy's a good friend of mine. Nice big hitter, 218. Got some white parts in that. Gorbovsky, I've met him too. Look at that, almost a billion kills. Lots of white parts. Guy likes to fight. Jetbus, I don't think I've met yet, but white parts on his on his ranged. So it'd be a good set there. Not much of their R3 team though. Starting at 179. Red parts on her rider stuff. Okay, cool. It's going to come down to their R4 team doing a lot of their heavy lifting. Yep, and it drops off very quickly after that. So it's going to come down to Orion Prime and his team, his R4 team doing a lot of that heavy lifting in order for them to be good. But I got faith. I've seen them work before. HOTS is good. Next, we've got Royal French K. RFK coming from 384. 193 with 289 on their leader. That's pretty okay. Cobra's coming in. I think I've heard of this guy before. Yeah, white parts, red across his infantry. That'll be good for us. Very nice. 248, white parts on his bag. That's good. Nathaniel. Got some white parts on his infantry. Reds all over. This will be a nice... He'll be evenly balanced. Newer account too. Bigger account. This guy's a bit of a whale. Very cool, very cool. Negma Kulase. Got some red on his bag. That's nice. Good kills. He'll be a little fluffy, though. He'll have more troops, I think, than anything. Yeah, lots of troops probably coming out of him. Sofo, Venom, Gambit, Rael. Not bad. Anjo coming in here, 221. Decent kills. Well, at least above the 1-to-1. That's good. Poppy. He should be fighting more. Yeah, he should be fighting more with this setup. Nice infantry main. Very good. Severus Snape. Good kills. A little bit balanced for me, though. What's most of his kills coming into? Oh, yeah, he's a farmer. 10%, was that 8% or 8? Was it? Yeah, 8% of his kills are T6. Likes to hit farms, it looks like. I think that's what he's probably does. Maybe not. Maybe he just fights smaller accounts. I'm not sure. Because he is infantry, so it'd be weird for him to be running with infantry. No name, 175. Dropped down pretty quickly. Looks like helpers. Someone's for sale. And we got farms in R1. Interesting. Interesting. All right, RFK. Well, we'll see what you guys bring to the table. That's coming out of Azure. Azure Legion bringing in 56 billion overall. Now we look at Golden. 56, 207, just a little bit less. We got Bloodfist. TBF coming out of 19 first, being led by Master Formations. 125 with only 19 million kills. It's a bit of a farming account. Yaju. Christmas Lighty. What is this? It's going to have a lot of troops. But he won't be necessarily strong in one individual troop type. Again, most of his kills are tier 5. Very low tier 6. He's going to get a lot of his fights not from fighting people his own size. That's what that means. Croco, nice and balanced. It's a little bit better, a third. Just under a third. Exterminator Z. That's a little bit better. Looking on his kills. Yeah, about a quarter. So the guy likes to fight, but he's pretty balanced, so he's probably got a lot of troops. That's probably where a lot of his might comes from. Range main. JP. Farmer. Oh boy. Yeah, farming account. Which is weird because he's got white parts. He should be fighting. Nothing really. Hit squad. Again, this is going to be coming out of most of what their R4 team is going to be able to throw. That's the Blood Fist master formations. Next, we got Vanguard Rebellion. Now, these guys I've met before. I've played with these guys before. I know some of these guys. These guys are pretty decent. 110, 118. Getting above your kill might ratio, like getting that kill might ratio above 1 before 100 million is pretty good. It's pretty good. Bit more balance coming out of Leon. Much better on the kills, though. Again, about a third or tier 6, so they like to fight. Unfortunate, only one above 200, though. And we got Darper here. Low kills, infantry main. Low kills, balanced. He's got some farmers here, unfortunately. Where did the rest of their guys go? Killer Jersey? That's not the same one. There's got to be some more here. Yeah, we got Cosmic Dynamo here. This is one of my good friends. Damio, sorry. Seems like they've gone through a little bit of a shift. They don't have a lot of the same players that they had before. Or they've changed names or something like that. But it's going to have to come down to Lion, and it's going to have to come down to Dynamo or Cosmic Damio. It was Dynamo before, I swear to God. Unless this is just another one of those Berenstein Bear things. But either way, that's VRGB Vanguard Rebellion coming out of Region 47. Now we've got TWN1 coming out of 259, being led by TPE. 252 with 603 kills. Not too bad. Guy likes to fight. Let's take a look. Got white parts. Rider main. Not bad on his backpack. Mostly tier 6. Yeah, this guy will be the one to watch for on their team. TPE. Gets another farmer infantry main. Giving such a bad one here. Oh, this is good. White parts coming out of his range. Make Duck. So we got Make Duck and TPE will be good ones to face. Sunny Yuna. Low kills. Newer account, though. I mean, ish. I mean, it's 177, so it's not newer, but white parts is still pretty good. Old account. Likes to fight, though. Billion kills. That's good. That's good. So this alliance seems to fight. They like to fight. They got kills for it. BJ78. Some of them anyways. Falcon God. Falcon Gold, sorry. Oh, he's from LM4S. Oh, I know those guys. We got helpers there. Lower end ones there. All right, TWN1. Let's see what you got for us. Next, we got Undead Heroes coming out of 544. 220 and almost 500. That'll be a good one to look at. Infantry main. Hard infantry main. That's good. Good. And white parts on his bag. It's going to be hitting pretty hard. UND. Can't pronounce his name. Got some white parts. Another rider main. 209. 205. White parts. This guy will hit pretty good too. This is like this is kind of like what Chad looks like with those white and red parts and things like that he's working on. UND might give us little problems. Yeah, we got Mario over here. White parts on his infantry. That'll be interesting. And that's Undead Heroes coming out of 544. Next, we've got LH out of 613. Being led by Lucky. 208, 425. Nice. 201, 40. 193, 520. Not bad. 190, 48. Ooh. Drops off pretty quickly. 197 is the highest they got there. It's going to come down to their R4 team out of LH as well. Very, very quick. All right. So that's Azure and Gold. Next, we're moving on to Crimson. These guys look to be bringing in the hefties. Hefty. Crimson looks to be the strongest so far, according to the overall might. But let's see what they're bringing. SR58, the Scout Regiment out of 58, being led by Kaiko Jack. 269. He's going to be pretty fluffy, though. He's got white parts. But he's got white parts on infantry and range. So I'm curious. He's very balanced. A lot of kills in T6. So he likes to fight. But I think he's still going to hit less than a 269 would. We'll see. Kaiko Jack. Then we got Skotten. One white part. Mordecai. I was chatting with this guy a little bit. Nice setup here on his rider main. Gooseman. Another rider main. Not much outside of that. Ooh, 285. This will be fun. That's a fluffy 285 for sure. Yep. That'll be fun. Danskin. Balanced all around. Interesting. 90s out of those. 143. That's what going to be your farmers. All right. The Scout Regiment. Now we got Rocco out of 113. 160 out of their leader with only 31 million kills. 221. No white parts, only red. Low kills. No one really of mention outside of that. Low kills, nothing. 174 is the highest that they have there. Jeez. Seems these guys are in the wrong alliance. They're in the wrong AR. See, and this doesn't make sense. Red, no parts. So he's only doing the parts here, but he's got parts here instead. I don't understand it. I don't understand. It is what it is. So unfortunately, I don't see much coming out of Rocco. Quite the farmers. Now we look at Tough. Out of 172, Shadow of Death being led by Amrael. Low kills, Amrael. Come on, you can step it up. Joner 60. Balance 209. Again, farmers. What is this? Tough, what happened? I thought I saw this before and it wasn't so seedy. Interesting. Mjolnir, Ooh La La, Jason Voorhees. I mean, the strongest that you're bringing isn't really too much to concern with. 209, I mean, I'm not going to see much coming out of Tough at all. I must have been thinking about somebody else, maybe? Well, so far, the Scout Regiment is going to be the biggest ones coming out of Crimson that we'll have to concern ourselves with, but I do know that FKD here at the end is going to be one to look at. I'm like 80% sure. So hopefully we'll have them. We got 220 here. A little bit of white parts. He's got Bronte. It's not bad. Fluff. Fluff. Oh, boy. Come on, give me some. Oh, man. Fluff. Jesus. So we're going to be hitting red really hard, it looks like. KYK out of 344. Oh, boy. Next, we look at fucked. FCKD out of 392. We got Juice Box. Leader Alex. Come on, Juice Box. Show me something. See, that's a little bit better. That'll give us something to work with. Juice Box is there. MRJK. Tata Suzanne. So at least they have a couple. By Mr. Isili. I'm called John. Yeah, okay. So we've got a couple here out of these guys, which will be fine. That'll give us a little bit of fight out at Crimson. But that's going to wrap it up for those three. It's time to look at my Legion and see what we've got coming out of Jade. First, we're going to take a look at Tiger Army. Tiger's Claw leading 228 with 617. Cool View at 278 with 658 and tons of white parts. Looks like we are swinging for the fences right out of the gate coming out of Tiger Army. 250, 251, 224, 223. Majasso. Reds and golds. This is going to be probably their lowest, weakest hitting R4, I think, that guy there. I mean, compared to the other ones, obviously, those don't count. Tiger's Claw bringing it up there. Carpy's here. More white parts. That's going to be a little bit fluffier. Well, we got 3 or 4 good ones so far out of here, out of Tiger's Claw. Yeah, out of Tiger Army. Cool, cool, cool. Next, we got Tig Biddies from 161. 174 is the highest they're bringing here. That's going to hurt. 199 out of Storm. That's going to hurt. 193. That's going to hurt. Tig old Biddies. Unfortunately, bringing the D's. As in the decalibers. See what I did there? Tig Biddies. Next, we got HM out of 264. 421 we're looking at here out of their alliance leader. Let's check out some info there. Nice and white. White parts. Infantry main heavy. That'll be good. See what we'll be able to play with him. Another name I can't pronounce. 240 with 218 infantry main. 199 out of a name I can't pronounce. A range main. 421 coming out of our leader here. That'll be good. 190, 190, 192. Helpers, farms. All right, HM. I think we're going to be leaning on you a lot, so we'll have to see what you guys can do. And they recruit heavily. Holy crap. 230 million might, 230 million kills or above. They're really pushing hard. Very nice. Very nice. Now let's look at VND 575 out of 575. Being led by D. Rose. Decent kills for a lower might. That's good. Bow Bow. Nice and balanced. They're going to field fight, I'm sure. Yeah. Look at that. 204 million kills. They like to field fight. Min. Wait, what? What? Okay, I'm confused. You're doing so well with, like, not even a... Oh, my goodness. That's crazy. All right, Min. Show us what you got. Show us what you got. 190 coming out of a name I can't pronounce. 187 coming out of Cool. 1 billion kills. The guy likes to fight for sure. Looks like we got some fighters coming out of VND. Bon me, bami. Another 220, pretty balanced, coming out the bag. ABXY, white parts, no points. Interesting. Yeah, we got some farms and helpers there, and then farms as well. And then lastly, we got GrOp. Let's take a look at what we're bringing. Oni's in. Obviously, I'm here as well. Nolan's in. We've got Zod here. We've got another friend, D3, that just joined us. Chad's here. Angel's here. Skoden is a friend that we had coming to join us that crushes. Blue's here. You look at Skoden, for example. Guy likes to bang. We look at Chad, for example. That's my ride or main. It's my ride or die. The guy's a freaking beast. Angel's brand new to us, but does really well. Likes to field fight. Does pretty good. And of course, we hit harder than we think we do. So I think it's going to be a good one. But truth be told, that's going to wrap it all up for the whole breakdown of this Elite Warzone on G12. And I have to say, it looks pretty okay. There's not too much there to scream about. I mean, we do have a couple that are like 400 million. We do have a couple that are 300 million. But I don't think it's as off balance as I've seen. We're definitely not in G8. And we're definitely not in the lowest part. We're not in G25. But if we do look here, I look at G25 and realize there's still some problems. I mean, if G25 is only 137 billion when G26 is 216 or 219 billion, I mean, that to me is a problem. That means that you're having a harder time in Fearless in G26 than you are in Elite in G25. So there's that. But all that being said, folks, I hope you enjoy. We're going to have a couple of videos coming here. And I do want to mention again, there is a new video that I'll be dropping here in the next couple of days. It is a absolute bombshell that we are getting absolutely delivered to our channel. So I'm hoping you guys will be as excited as I am to tune in for that. Stay tuned for that release video and that big, reveal video that we'll be showing off here shortly. Other than that, folks, if you like what we've done here, if you enjoy this AR, this type of content, go ahead and smash the like button. Comment down below what you think our biggest competition is going to be in this AR. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Share it to your friends, because obviously the bigger that we can grow this community, the better. And if you haven't already, click that join button. Become a member today. It's only $5 American a month, but it goes a long way to helping support the channel, especially since IGG doesn't pay anything and YouTube doesn't pay very much. So, that being said, if you can, click that join button, become a member, help the channel just a little bit more. Other than that, folks, with all that being said, love, peace, chicken grease, and until next time, stay lifted.
2, 1, let's go.